Hello. Today we are reviewing the Block Wars Origins 21 teams. Now you may be wondering, wait a minute, what happened to the Block Wars? Six teams. Wait, was it six? I don't even remember. Well, I was very busy last week, so I didn't actually have time to fully record the video. But we're back at it again for another Origins video, so with that out of the way, let's just get into it. First up, we have Team Crime with Desert Lad, Marcus Doesn't See, No Name, Sam Dong Fortnite, and Wilbur. Now, if I can remember, I think Desert is like decent slash like okay from MCC testing. I don't know how much that's changed because testing VODs it's been like a very long time since. So he could have gotten better, to my knowledge. No Name somehow has gone last every event. Maybe he doesn't do it this event. Who knows? Uh, Wilbur obviously he's pretty good. He's pretty decent. Marcus is coming off of a sixth place individual, so I think Marcus is definitely gonna wanna do well again. He also doesn't want to get third again, which is another thing. And obviously, Sam's just cracked. Obviously, he's just very good. As far as games, this team will do good in. I think like PvP might be their strive. Maybe not battle. Sam kind of hates battle, so I don't know how well they'll do in that. Marcus did well last Block Wars Origins. So I think they can do very well in PvP and maybe even a little bit of movement. And yep. Next up is Team Honey with Flamey, Sahara, SMK, Toph, and Zaruho. Now, I think cons will be pretty decent in this team. I believe Sahara, SMK, and maybe Flamey know each other pretty well, and then Toph and Zoo know each other pretty well. So I think cons will be definitely pretty good for this team. As far as what they're good at, I think like Spleef might be one of their better games. I know SMK is really good at Spleef. I don't know how good the others are. And then obviously Sahara is coming off of a not so good event. So they're definitely gonna try to do better than last event. And Toph is very good. And then Zoo's pretty decent as well, so I think this team will do pretty decently well. Next up, we have Team Rift with J-Sloth, Cat, It's Nitro Tiger, Snom, and Solar. Now, this is the return of the Solar Snom duo, and last time they played together, they got second and third. So maybe Solar can get Snom to do very well. He has been doing very well recently. Cat and J Schloth are also pretty good supporting players. And then Nitro's just like a good all round mediocre player. He's not like the best at anything, but he's not the worst at anything. So this team's definitely gonna be more good at movement related games. Like move and what is it? Maybe race. Depends on how well Snom knows the map. But otherwise I think this team can do pretty well. They can definitely do very well if Snom does as good as he did last time he teamed with Solar. So, yeah. Next up, we have Team X Ray with Emerald, a Fluffy Griffin, John, Orca, and Withered. Now, I think this team's not going to do like the best. Withered is coming off of his worst performance yet, so he's definitely going to try and improve that. I'm assuming John is like okay at the game. Emmy is usually bottom 10. I think he's gotten top 30 before. Griffin did well in his last event, but I don't know how he usually ends up like top 30. I can definitely see him getting top half. And then Orca's like pretty decent as well, but has seen bad events before. I think move will definitely be this team's strongest game, as this team sees like a lot of very good like movement related players like Withered and Orca. And as far as CP goes, I don't think they're gonna do like the best. So yeah, I think movement games will be their stride, specifically move. Next up, we see Team Kaiju with Chungabunga, Cyberchamp, Rice Krispies, MC Morgan Blaze, and Ujo. Now, I don't really know basically all these newcomers in this event, other than really like flaming a little bit. So I think Ujo is gonna be okay. Morgan's definitely gonna be trying to do good again. Chug is definitely also gonna be trying to go for like the back to back. He's pretty chill. And yeah, he's also very consistent because the 2 times he's played in Series 2, he's gotten 4th. So will he keep up the streak? We'll find out. Christie's is a very good supporting player, and I think she can definitely help this team out a lot. And while Cyber isn't the best, I think he can definitely do well if put on the right team. So yeah. Next up, we have Team Lock with Fey Wars, Chaos 21A, Keegan Gummirongs, Pinkpy, and Sparky. Now, I think this team is supposed to be like an anime reference, but I don't really watch anime anymore, so I don't actually know. Uh, Faye is pretty good at the game. She did very good in her first event, not so good in her last event, but I definitely think she's someone to look out for. Chaos, while he didn't do very good in his first event, he did pretty decently well in his second event, so I think he'll do the same here. And he returns with Keegan, who did decently well last event. So these two are gonna definitely be up to some shenanigans. We see the return of Sparky, who hasn't been in an event for a while, and that was their last event. They actually won, so Sparky's definitely going for the back-to-back here. And then Ashley is like a very good supporting player. Like I think she is pretty good at that. As far as games this team will do good in, I think Extraction might be like a strong suit. I know Keegan hasn't really played that well, most people haven't really played new extractions, so it's like yeah. I think like PvP will be this team's stride. Like battle and maybe even Sky Zone. I think PvP is where this team will thrive. But other than that, yeah. Next up, we have Team Potus with Cloud, Kyle Eve, Mysticat, Jack Notzels, and Pixel Craftian. Now, this is obviously a Palace team, if you don't know. We see the return of Misty and Origins, which we haven't seen since the split, so it's pretty cool. I was pretty sure Misty was gonna return when I heard Wolfie talk about it, or at least on a Palace team. I didn't know if he returned to Origins, but that's cool. We see Cloud. Cloud is pretty good, obviously, very good at PvP and movement. Jack can do very well on the right kind of teams, and I feel like this is a team where he could possibly thrive in. Then we have Kyle, who, while he's only played in the content creator event, I still think he'll do pretty decent in Origins. Maybe not as good as he's done in Normal Block Wars, but I think he'll do okay. Pixel, very goofy man. Like he can be very good at times. Like in beep test that one time, he got like first 3 times in a row, and he's survived Crossfire, so he could definitely be a scary man. As far as games this team will be good in, possibly Party, maybe. Obviously, we have Crossy Road, which Misty made like a version of. And then I feel like the others aren't even that bad at Party. And I feel like Sky Zone will also be like a pretty decent game for this team. But other than that, and last but not least, Team Fairy with Space Brownies, Dovey, Fanboy Ant, Kella Awesome, and Shadow Drago. Now, I should be unbiased during this review, but I'm kind of gonna be biased because I like this team a lot. This team has four of my favorite people in this event ever. Yeah, we have Space and Dovey, who are my favorite skin maker duo, and just duo in general. We have Ant, who is very cool, and then Shadow, who is also very cool. And then we just have Kel, but he's not bad. It's just he's very good, and I mean very good. I feel like this team could do basically well in anything. Like Kel is crazy. Shadow's been popping off lately, and same goes for Ant. And then Space and Dovey are not bad by any means. And in fact, Kel has only not made finals in an event that I know of, not including FCC testing, once, which was PV6. And then Shadow has made Bridges every time he's been in when Bridges was made. So I think it's just destiny that this team makes Bridges. And I hope they win, but. And that is it for the Block Wars Origins 21 teams review. I hope you to see. Well, I'm gonna say hope to see you next time because there's not actually an event I can review fairly next week. There is, what's it called? Minecraft Mayhem All Stars. Except I'm not gonna review that because I know like none of the players, and I feel like that'd be very unfair. And it'd just be me talking about how I just don't know the players. But anyway, hope to see you next time. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, and yeah, goodbye.